Hey guys, greetings to the world and welcome to another video of your favorite YouTube channel at being Mrs Mswi. And I am, of course, your one and only beautiful host, Mrs Mswi. Yes, you got that damn straight. I am here to take nothing but spaces turned aside. Thank you so much to my humans for subscribing. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for understanding what we are doing on the other side, you know. To everyone who subscribed, it means so much to me. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing because you guys are, of course, the chosen ones. Yes. So you guys already know how it do because it do what it does. Please like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell them you know, because there is no other Sismakoti than the one and the only. This is a beautiful video. I hope you guys like the setup. I did everything for you guys. Everything is for you. Yeah, so on this video we are transitioning from a girl to a young, beautiful, gorgeous woman like myself. And I hope you guys are going to learn and unlearn one or two things from this video. Stay tuned. Yeah, so I definitely, want to share some of the things that I have learned, as well as some of the things that I had to definitely unlearn throughout. So I hope you guys are ready as much as I am. Bottom line. I actually made some notes. Just to show you guys how serious I'm taking this YouTube thing, of learning and unlearning, because sometimes you share things and you get a realization, So I'm always open to accepting that I'm wrong. It's not easy, but, it does happen. So I'm just gonna grab my diary and let's jump straight into it. In this video today, I made 3 points that I want to touch into, which really kind of intertwine, somewhere along the line they intersect. So the first one is setting boundaries, and also this month, man, yes, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. I don't think so. So this month also just played a huge role in terms of the blessings that it came with and the lessons that it also came with. So I wanted to share with you guys what I've learned in this month, in this Women's Month 2021, since I feel like for the first time I don't have to, not necessarily have to, like I'm obliged to, but I'm not celebrating my mom or my grandparents, or like we're not celebrating our mothers the way we grew up doing. But because now sibadala and sikhulile, we are those women and we get to celebrate ourselves, is a message from anyway. So I made 3 points that I wanted to discuss with you guys today, and the first one was setting boundaries, and the second one was friendships, and the third one was just overall womanhood. There are things that people would like to believe they know about you, so there was a different time and a certain era in your life where you made relations and you built long relations, and now it just feels like they're coming back. I need to say that the way I studied it. Sarah Jakes Roberts would say. Let me try that again. So I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna try this by taking you guys through my life and my journey. Now, growing up as a young girl, as uyamkela, I wasn't really a person on chomi. You know what I mean? I have a lot of acquaintances. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of acquaintances, but I would not necessarily say I had friends, which is still the same situation right about now. Growing up in Cape Town, I've moved around from Kraaifontein to Brackenfell to Blackheath to Easter River to Strand to Ekhayelitsha, to Gordons Bay, to Somerset. You get what I'm trying to get to. So I've moved around Cape Town a lot. I'm a Cape Townian. I know Cape Town and I know how it does. I know what it do. I got to create a lot of friendships. So wherever I stayed, I made relations. Diversity is nothing to me. I come there, I observe protocol and check 1 2 1 2, and I'm in. It wasn't difficult with Ekhayelitsha and everywhere else that I've moved around and lived in. So with that being said, I've made all these relations. So my thing is, I believe in the same energy as a woman or as a young girl. The same energy you give to a boyfriend, the same energy you give into a relationship, is the same energy you should give into your friendships, into your family ships. So you will decide, who you call friends and who you call family and who you call acquaintances. But with that being said, it is one of those things that you make time for the people that matters. You prioritize the things that matters to you. Moving around and trying to ensure that I'm not, I wouldn't say maintaining the friendships or the relationships. Let's understand the relationship not meaning intimate, but the interaction between the humans in your lives. So for me, it was more of, I was present. So whenever I was in Kraaifontein, I had friends in Kraaifontein. I did things in Kraaifontein, and that was my life in Kraaifontein. When I moved from Kraaifontein to Strand, I had friends and relations in Strand, and I was present there, and that's it. So for me, I didn't feel the need to maintain the relationships I had in Kraaifontein, because when I was in Kraaifontein, I was present in Kraaifontein. I hope that makes sense. So when I got to Strand, I made new relations. I adapted, to the environment, and to the people, and that's how it goes. So looking back now, I understand that I've set boundaries as a young girl, uyamkela, growing up in Cape Town. You know, I got to see different sides of a Cape Town. And for me, I now understand that I never had to maintain those relationships because I was present in those relationships. But now, what I've always done is I had to set boundaries for my friends to understand that, hey, friend, listen, as much as I would love to continue our friendship, but realistically, it's not going to work because I'm on the other side of life and you are the other side of life. But how about we hold on to, you know, the memories, the good times that we actually had together. Ukubone. Then it means that I, as Uyamkela, had a part, a season that I had to be in, you know, with you in your life, and I played it and I fulfilled it, I'd like to believe, and therefore I had to shift and move. So when I shifted and moved, my focus and my energy had to be where I was. I hope that makes sense. I'm saying this because, you know, with one of the weekends during this Women's Month, another friend of mine was here and at the Mswi residence, and it's been, I think, 4 years, 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been a while, you know, 4 to 5 years since we've last seen each other. You know, she's in Joburg, I'm in Cape Town. She comes every now and then to Cape Town. We speak, you know, over the phone every now and then. We video call, we voice call. You know, we keep in touch. Also, what I understand is that speaking over the phone is not the same as seeing someone face to face. So you try to, you know, catch up, you know, check in, how you're doing, how's life. You know, we see each other on social media. But I also understand that it's okay to give each other space. Because sonke siyakowa, sonke siyakula, you know, and just because someone hasn't spoken to you in a couple of months does not necessarily mean that they don't want you in their lives. It just means that they are focusing on, you know, what's important to them right now. And sometimes that requires them to be alone in that journey. And for me, I feel that that's what I've always understood. Maybe because igama lam ndinguyamkela, you know, igama likamama ndinguyamkela, I've always had a way of, when things did not make sense, I just chose to accept them. Food for thought. I also had a moment there. Let me use my pen. Accept. Ne? I had to accept them. And this becomes an issue to it's a conversation on its own. Let me not say it's an issue. It's a conversation on its own of accepting pain, accepting hurt, letting things slide, you know. Kanti, in the long run, they're going to come back and you will have to deal with them. You will have to face them. You will have to go through them and not around them. And yeah, so I've always kind of learned Uguti. Some things I cannot change, some things I can change. I will accept the things that I cannot change, and I will change the things that I can. My friend comes over and it's a great time, you know. In her coming over, I was able to learn one or two things. I'm an open person, like I'm open to learning things, so it's not that difficult. So we're talking and we're talking, and she's on a tip about she hasn't seen me in a long time, ne? And as much as she hasn't seen me in a long time, the last time that she saw me, I was not in a happy place, you know. I was uyamkela and ndandikowa through the most at the time, and we then became friends through our parents. My mom basically said to her that please be friends with my daughter. And that's how we became friends. So she sent her my number, and we started chatting on WhatsApp, and she asked me for pictures and I asked for pictures, and then we were like, sharp, we are friends, you know. And we started talking about when's your birthday, stuff like that. So I'm a year older than her, and her birthday is a day before mine. Ne? Okay, cool. So we friends since then, and in that point, you know, thinking about it right about now as I'm speaking to you, probably my mom asked her to be friends with me because she felt like she needed someone to be an intermediary, you know, to kind of know what's happening with me and where's my head at, and zonke laa zinto zinjeya. And I wasn't in a time or a point where I was just going to open up to anyone, you know. So she was there, and we had so many similarities, and it was easy for me to open up to her because, you know, I trust my mom's judgment when it comes to friends. It's just one of those things. If Umzali says, yeah, I need to, you must know about game over, I guess that. You know, that's the situation in terms of how close our friendship or how rooted our friendship is. And we had a good time together. We used to party, we did everything, you know. We did it all. We literally just used to live in her car, go for modeling shoots, and like that was our life. And you know, I think it was kind of difficult for her to digest, né? But to also to comprehend and to accept and to be present, you know, because we were having conversations, and in those conversations I got to realize that she was still holding on to uyamkela, you know. She was still holding on to uyamkela that was at a sad space in her life at that time, you know. Uyamkela that was madly in love with Mr Mswi, and that used to cry about Mr Mswi at some point. Uyamkela that had growing up issues as a teenager, you know, trying to figure out my life and what I want, and you know, time, thinking that time is ticking and I'm behind. A conversation for another day. And in our conversations, I kept trying to tell her that, yo, babe, I get what you're saying. You know, I feel you, that you've known me since then, and you were there for me at that time, you know, when things and life was not so great, you know. And we both made it great for each other, because as much as she was there for me, I was there for her. And it's one of those things. So I'm trying to explain to her that, listen, you don't have to go on about this thing, you know. I'm here now, you here now, Ulimise is here. How about you start embracing Ulimise? And Ulimise happy, you know. It's not Uyamkela. I'm not saying Uyamkela was a sad version, but what I'm trying to say is, it's okay that you remember that, but focus on what is in front of you. And I don't know, it took a while for me to get this into my head, until we kind of had like a disagreement, you know. And for me, that was authentic, because it just meant that I was once again setting boundaries in terms of how I want to be addressed. You know what I mean? It's very easy. It's very, very easy to let things slide, and before we know it, there are other results. So for me, what was important was that I needed to remind her that, hey, listen, yes, we were in that time together, you know, when we were those people together. But I am here now, And I wanted you to, see me and share and enjoy being here with me right now. You know what I mean? And guys, the moral of the story from that weekend was that no one knows you more than you know yourself. You know what I mean? No one can tell you about who you are. You are the one that decides who you are. You are the one that writes your own story. You are the one that navigates how that story should. You understand? You the one that tells your own story. You don't allow other people to tell your story for you. Because I just felt like it was unfair to my husband. I felt that it was unfair to my husband because why go on about the kind of person and, just like the negative vibes, man. And it wasn't her intentions, but like, you don't want to dwell on negative things, pessimistic things. So I just felt like, moral of the story, guys. Set boundaries, in terms of this is where I draw the line, and this is how things are now, and I would appreciate it if we could go according to this. Because after all, guys, Kaloksana Omyenuam he has done the most. I'm not even gonna say he has done a lot. He has done the most. Do you know what I mean? Lobola, a beautiful wedding, a home, a car. So like, please, I'm gonna say some respect. Some respect, yeah, guys. But on a real, that was very nice for me because it gave me time to do introspection. It gave me time to do some introspection in terms of who am I in this moment, and who am I presenting myself to be to the world, at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, setting boundaries. I hope that one was very clear. So in your entire life, guys, you must set boundaries. If you have more questions about setting boundaries, because we set boundaries with family, we set boundaries with friends, we set boundaries in our relationships. Setting boundaries is very important. You understand? I can go on and on all about it. It's something I'm very good at. It's a good skill to have, setting boundaries. Because once you set boundaries, you know your limits. You know what I mean? And no one can tell you, or no one can overstep those certain boundaries. And it starts, guys, with the smallest things. It starts with, as in Ntombazana, understanding your limits, whether it comes to alcohol, partying, whatever, nje, it starts there. Knowing that, okay, if I drink 2 glasses, I feel a bit, so no, I cannot drink 5 glasses. If your friend offers you a shot, you say no, type of situation, And I'm thinking about it now. My best friend in high school, she and I used to get up to a lot, and she used to drink and I didn't drink. I used to do other stuff. So she oh Lord. We would go out, or we would bunk school. Guys. And she would drink and I would do other stuff. And we had an understanding, She never at any point told me like, yo, Abo, drink, why are you not drinking? No, you whack. No, she just let me do what I was doing, and she was about her business, and it worked for us, We understood, we set that boundary. In fact, for me, myself, I was just like, I'm not a drinker, so I'm not going to be about drinking. I had Full stop. Sure. So thank you to my friend. Shout out to you, Babs, for giving me time to just like also introspect in terms of where I'm at and where I'm going, because it did help a lot, you know, having that conversation with you. And also, guys, I just think, you know, when you're friends, I think it is important for you to speak out, to tell your friend, to correct your friend. Correct your friends, guys. Correct, as adults, correct your friends. You know, I feel like if you did not correct your friend, because I don't think you're going to be doing anything about it right now. But the point is, you need to correct your friends, you know. You need to put your friends in line. You need to check your friends. Not in a bad way, but in terms of keeping it at 100, keeping it real, you know. But no, Mamela Chomi, I don't think, man, right or A, B, and C. Okanye, you know. Because sometimes we're not seeing things the same way, you know. And we need to bring in light in order for us, guys, Ubuntu, humanity. So yeah, just, and if you cannot check your friends, like when your friend is doing something wrong and you cannot tell your friend, then your friend is going to continue and you're going to be uncomfortable in that friendship. But I was having another thought now. And so on the second event, the first one was Women Set in Motion, and the second one was the high tea. So at the high tea, my best friend and I, you know, my best friend Onat, y'all know Onat. So my best friend Onat and I are, you know, sipping on champagne with the other ladies, and we're having a great time. And, you know, at the conversation at the table, unfortunately, I could not show you guys anything about the high tea. Thank you, iPhone. Unless there's someone that knows how to hack, you know, deleted files and onion stuff, you know, that whole IT shebang. Please holla, because wow, you know. Yeah, so my friend, my bestie, and I are having a conversation, and she says my name. Yeah, boba. Hey, I'm Kela. So I say to her, Chomi, that's not my name. You know. And she says to me, hey, but that is your name. You know, now that's a whole conversation about that is your name, that's your birth name. So what's wrong if I call you by your name? There's nothing wrong. But there is something. There's something there. But there's nothing wrong. So the thing is this, ne? It's okay to slip. To be like, I am Gela. And, it's a mistake. I forgot. Innocent, white mistake. Not white. Clean. Yeah. You understand? Jane. You understand? You cannot call me Uyamgela. Once again. You understand that, guys? Because I feel that all the efforts and everything that Umyenwam has done, like, how can you not see it? Excuse me. Hi. Hello. So, but that's my bestie, because now she understands me and I know her. I told her, no, my friend, I don't like that. You can be very strongly opinionated, and I may be very strongly opinionated, but I am setting the boundary, and the boundary is this, that I understand when one makes a mistake, when they call me Uyamgela, because they are used to that and they're just still getting used to calling me Usislinise. Ulimi, you understand? But if I'm feeling that, because also kokona leo, guys, if I feel like you're trying to disrespect me, I am going to call you into order. I'm going to tell you during the people, because they must also know, but this is how I would like to be addressed, and A, B, and C. Because I feel like if, for an example, you want to be addressed as a gay person and not imorphi, that's how you want to be addressed. If you don't want to be addressed as a she and you want to be addressed as a he, and I slip up, okanye my English is not that great, and I call a she a he or a he a she, you understand? Then you need to meet me halfway. Go to no man, because they cannot understand, okanye they don't comprehend. Then, but nje sithi siyazi uba kukho i-LGBTIQ ntonton ogqiba wena. No. So as much as that is the case here as well. Ukuthi ngiyacela guys, and that's the in respect, and especially as women, because at the end of the day, that is what I have learned in this Women's Month. I've learned that it is not okay to project ourselves onto others. Very important. Don't project your fears onto others, your jealousy, your envy, your negative thoughts, anything engathi ayikho right. Anything that I could write, guys, and the classy and the supporty, full stop, period. You know, I am all about uplifting women. I'm all about empowering women. I'm all about giving back, and that is why I'm here. That is why I'm doing what I do. And I hope that with this video you guys also learned something, one or two. Please feel free to leave a comment down below if there's anything else you'd like me to touch on. If you're like, Mrs Mswi, I feel like you should have gone deeper on that one, and I would definitely consider that. Yes. Yeah, don't please, if you are going through your own things, don't make other people feel like they must also be going through those things. And lastly but not least, English. Lastly but not least, I really want to always shout out to the boo. Shout out to the boo for all the blessings, man, all the gifts that happened in this Women's Month. Thank you for giving me a reminder and reminding me of I am a woman and I deserve everything. You understand? I deserve all of it. Yeah, guys, with that being said, I'm closing off this Women's Month with this video, and I'm saying, don't let nobody tell you different. Yes. Don't let anyone make you feel like they know you more than you know yourself. It's dangerous. We're going into depression. We sulk, we stay in bed, we keep the curtains closed. We don't want to wake up, we don't feel like putting on makeup, we don't want to dress up, we don't want to show up because of what other people are putting on our shoulders. To you, from me, if you are a sister of the soul and you happen to be watching this video, or you are a brother of the soul and you happen to have come across this video and you feel that a sister needs to hear this video, please feel free to share, like, comment, do the things that makes the things, because at the end of the day, from me to you.